You're on something.
I am not on any. Well, I'm high on glue.
You picked the wrong week to stop sniffing glue, Steve?
No, I started sniffing glue just before the show.
Oh. This should
It's
make for an interesting show then.
it's wood glue, so it doesn't really do anything for me. But hey, I sniffed it all day.
Yeah. Fun stuff, Steve.
Hey, you told me to expand my horizons, so I did.
And yeah, I think you should expand your horizons.
Yeah, you said to get into the heavy stuff, so I chose wood glue. It's not that good. It doesn't do anything for me.
Wood glue?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not really something that you use to get high, Steve.
Oh. I heard about sniffing glue, so I thought, I don't know. I used to eat paste when I was a kid.
As you should have.
Yeah, it was good actually. I'd probably still eat it if there was any paste around.
Well, you know, they got to still make that shit.
Well, they probably do, but I don't know where you'd even. I guess you could probably go to like a craft store and buy it. I'm gonna have to go. I'll have to check it out.
You should.
And I'll report back.
Report back, Steve. Let us know what kind of man you really are.
I want to know if it still tastes the same.
Paste?
Yeah.
Oh. Well, I hope so.
I think they make it out of cow hooves or something. Is what I was told when I was a kid, and that's why you shouldn't eat it.
Ah. So it's cow shit.
Probably.
Or do they clean that off?
I doubt it. I really highly doubt it.
Yeah. I suppose it could be worse, Steve.
Yeah. But I was a kid. I didn't know any better.
Right. Yeah, we all were there once. So you ready to do this, Steve?
Yeah, let's go.
It's like the third time I've asked you.
Yeah, it is.
I know. This is the Fortean Slip, episode 16. Let's go crazy. We are completely off topic tonight. Steve, what do we got?
To be off topic, you actually have to have a topic, don't you?
No, well, I mean, technically, being off topic means we don't really have a topic, in a way.
I disagree. I think it means that you had a topic and you strayed away from the topic. That's being off topic.
Newsflash, we were supposed to have Mr. Matt Knapp tonight.
Ooh, I didn't even know that.
However, he wound up being busy with work and could not come on for the live show.
What's more important than the Fortean Slip and work? That's bullshit.
I guess an income. So it is what it is, and I would have loved to have him on. He did say something about somebody that we could probably get for our show earlier today. I can't remember who he was talking about, though. I'd have to go back and look through the messages.
Hey, there's a countdown timer. I've heard 9 more days. 9 more days till the Claudia Ackley lawsuit thingy.
Oh, she goes to court?
Yeah, she goes to court in 9 more days, I believe. Or was it 6 more days? Something like that. March 19th, I think.
I haven't paid attention to it, so.
Yeah. Anyway, I'm just counting down. See how that goes.
Yeah. So do you have like a timer set?
No, but you can make one on the internet. Maybe I will.
I think you should. Set yourself, download the app, and set yourself a nice little countdown timer. You can post it to your Facebook page. Yeah. I did that when I was moving out to California because I was a jackass.
Well, you are a jackass regardless of where you're going, but...
Yeah, but I mean, I was just fucking being a douche.
You actually set a countdown timer?
Oh, fuck yeah. Oh, I was so elated. Oh my God, dear Jesus! I thought that I was going to be with the one, Steve.
I bet you the countdown timer that you set prior to going lasted longer than you actually being there.
Ooh.
I bet you it was pretty close.
No, I'm pretty sure it was shorter than the time that I was there.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know.
No, it was because I didn't start it until like a few weeks out. So I'm pretty sure it was less time than the time that I was out there. But hey, for the record, I wasn't out there for very long.
Not long at all. Not
Yeah,
long at all.
it was a very short stint.
Well, we've all had our internet romance type deals gone wrong. But we won't. We can just leave it there and not ever talk about it again.
I mean, hey, for the record, I adored the person that I moved out there to be with. I didn't realize how things were going to change once I was out there. So it was an adjustment thing.
I'm
And
gonna say there were probably some warning signs, though. I mean, maybe because we talked a lot about it prior to you going, and we probably both didn't see the warning signs because but they were there
oh yeah,
for sure.
I'm sure they were. But yeah, God, what a fucking time that was.
The good old
Yee
days.
ha.
The good old days, Chris. The good old days.
That's what it was. The good old fucking days. So what's been new, Steve?
Yeah, I got finished watching Hunter. I watched all 7 seasons.
Ah.
That's done. So now I'm on to the X-Files.
Oh.
Start with the pilot.
As you should.
Yeah, so I'm like 4 episodes in now.
Huh.
I had never seen it when it originally aired. I've seen a few episodes here and there, but never. I wasn't a watcher of the show at the time. So I watch it now.
I tried to keep up on it. It was hard to catch it every week. Back in the days of TV only being on when it was on, and that was it. And you couldn't get unless you recorded it with a fucking VCR. You were pretty much screwed. So,
but it's good. I enjoy it. It's not a bad series so far. Richard says I shouldn't go past the 6th season, but we'll see. I will. I'm gonna watch the whole thing till the bitter end.
oh, they jumped the shark with that fucking show.
I'm sure they did.
It's fucking so bad at the end.
I'm sure it is.
Yeah, it's not fun at all.
I'm still gonna watch it though.
So I recommend that you stop before the at the 6th season. As
Still
Richard
gonna
says.
watch it. Gonna watch it all.
Uh,
Because when I watch a show, I finish it, no matter how bad it. Hunter got bad when Dee Dee left. It got so bad, and it was a bad show, but it still had another whole season.
When they rebooted it for those like 5 or 6 episodes, those episodes were good.
Yeah.
I enjoyed those. I think I watched the first episode of the new season that they're doing right now. But
nice.
Yeah, other than that, I haven't watched any of the other ones. I've kind of just, it's hard for me to keep up with seasons of shows.
Well, I figured, it's a Fortean type show, so I probably ought to watch something like that.
Oh, absolutely, and it is a good show. It's awesome.
a lot of the episodes were based on actual alleged accounts, but so it's kind of neat to try to figure out who and what they're talking about and which story it comes from. But
oh yeah, no, there's one that is almost just like the Rendlesham Forest event, where they took it a little further than what the story is, but there are so many good episodes. The one that I like out of the first season, I think the most, and that's because it creeps me out, is when they go to, what is it, Antarctica, and
I haven't seen it yet, so
and
don't spoil it.
there's the worms, and the way they did the worms underneath the skin, ugh, fucking just creep me the fuck out.
I just watched what was it, last night or the night before? Seth Green was actually on an episode, and he was like, he's so young. The
Oh
kid
yeah.
was young, but he was good. I mean, he was a good. You could tell he was going to be a hell of an actor someday. Just from that episode, he was really good at the character he played.
Well, I had
So,
forgotten that he was in the original It miniseries movie.
I did not know
He
that.
he played Richie in the original. I think it was ABC that did it. The It miniseries, and for all of its faults, it was a decent take on it. But I definitely liked the reboot movie they did last year way better.
I haven't seen it yet, but I will. My wife is really into that kind of stuff, and I'm not as much, but she wants to see it, so we'll watch it.
Well, if anyone's read It, the opening scene to that movie is almost exactly like the book. It is like just pretty much the exact same shit. So it really, when I saw the trailer and I saw that they were, that they had gone that route, it just sucked me right in, and I was like, "Yep, I got to go see this." And then when I saw it, they changed some things in it, but overall, the story is still the same, and it was very entertaining.
Cool.
So it's worth the watch. I rewatched Altered Carbon last night.
I have no idea what that is.
It's a show on Netflix. It's a Netflix produced show, or they bought it or whatever. I don't know what the fuck they do. Um, it's got Joel Kinnaman in it. He was in Suicide Squad and a few other things. I don't know what else he's been in. But yeah, Altered Carbon is a great show if you haven't seen it. It's action packed. It's cerebral. It's
Oh, you lost me at cerebral.
yeah. Well,
What's the premise of the show? I mean, what kind of show is it? Science fiction, horror,
yeah. It's
drama?
science. It's science fiction. It's kind of has a, if like the when I first saw it, it had a Blade Runner feel to it. Um, and it's set in the future, and you have these things in your spinal column that are called your stack, which basically is your brain. So you can download your consciousness into any body with a stack.
That would actually be pretty cool.
So they're able to hop worlds, and people don't die.
Yeah, you wouldn't. I mean, you would. Your physical body would, but your
Right,
consciousness would.
but some people will make clones of themselves and then download themselves into the clones. Other people are poor, and then they get just whatever fucking bodies they can shove them into. It's a really good show.
I think my wife was watching that.
Yeah,
I don't always pay attention to the stuff she's watching because I'm working while she's watching TV, but that sounds like she might have been watching that. I'll have to ask her.
yeah, it's a great show. I'd definitely check it out if you haven't.
Sounds delicious.
It's a good show.
Mm-hmm.
What a nice fucking titties too.
Well, then, it's
Yeah.
always a plus when there's good titties in a show.
That's right.
It doesn't matter how good the show is. It depends on how good the titties in the show are.
That's right. It's
Sometimes.
all about the titties. I completely agree, Steve. I'm with you.
Yeah. Titties are good. I'm an ass man myself, but I like titties too.
Yeah. It's the whole package, really. It all comes together. But yeah. So I was gonna have Matt on. I didn't have I didn't really have a topic, and I'd hit him up earlier today, and
Though reunion shows don't usually do that well.
well, I've been wanting to try to get him on for a while, just to shoot the shit with him and see where he's at. I mean, I know personally, but I'd like to have him on, see what he wants to talk about. I know he's got a
Absolutely.
lot. I know he's got a lot of shit going on, and um, I've always respected that when he had wanted to leave the show to go do his own thing. I didn't have any issue with that. I wanted him to better himself. Do
Yeah,
better.
because he wasn't doing very good here. I mean, we aren't.
Nah,
I mean, as far as bettering yourself monetarily or anything, this is probably not the place you want to be.
yeah, it's pretty much a fucking waste of time. I mean, we do it, but fuck.
Right, because we enjoy it. And so did Matt. Matt enjoyed the show. I mean, it's not like he didn't enjoy the show, but opportunities came along that were, a little bit too hard for him to pass up because, there's money involved, and there's no money involved in this particular show. So you got to do what you got to do, to make your family better.
Well, yeah, I'm pretty sure he had other opportunities as well that weren't necessarily with podcasting or anything like that.
Right,
Just
right.
he had some, work opportunities, and so hopefully I'll be able to get him on at some point. But until then,
Or how that Nick Pope thing is coming.
I don't think it's coming.
I was hoping the producer would step in and tell us how it was coming, but he's not producing very well.
It's we do it on a night so they can be up and not be sleepy the next day, and
he doesn't even answer the question that's directed directly towards him, and he's still ignoring it.
He probably fucking fell asleep.
I'm guessing.
They do drink a lot over there, Steve.
Well, they don't do a time change, so maybe that's because we got the roll. What is it? Spring forward, right? Yeah, spring forward.
Spring forward. How about we just fucking just split the difference on the whole daylight savings time? Just fucking move it to halfway in between, half hour, and never fucking change it. How about we do that?
Okay.
Just to make life fucking easier.
There's places in the U.S. that don't do. I think in Indiana, there's a place that doesn't do a daylight savings time because of where they're at. So, yeah.
Interesting.
If I'm wrong, somebody in the chat will correct me. But we don't know what's going on in the chat because our producer isn't awake.
Yeah, I don't know what happened to him.
I'm here.
Really? We've been fucking talking to you for like 5 minutes.
I didn't hear you, sorry.
Because that's what a producer does, doesn't pay attention to the fucking show.
I was reading the chat logs. Sorry.
Hey, did you see now that YouTube has chat replay?
What?
Yeah, it said it when I logged onto the chat. It was like, hey, people will be able to read this after the show's not live anymore. I was like, oh, groovy. So we've got a few of our regulars in the chat tonight. Got Swamp Girl, Katie Evans.
When did we start doing shout-outs?
I'm doing them now. We haven't got a topic. I'm doing shout-outs.
Oh, look at you go.
And, we got someone else. And, that some say that his father was a Tasmanian devil.
Dear, fuck off.
Hey, I want to know status on that book. Is Ryan in the chat room?
No, I looked into it. It actually exists. It's
I know it exists.
It's 130 pages, and I don't think that's a book. And Amazon.
Does it come with the crayons, or do you got to buy them yourself?
Crayons not sold separately.
130 pages of what?
Of badly spelled garbage, I imagine.
I don't know. There was only one review. Well, 2 reviews. Ryan gave himself a review, but there was only 2 reviews as of the other day. The other review wasn't very nice. And it was just a review of the sample pages that you can read on Amazon. So Yeah, wasn't very nice. Something about being a third grader, or maybe not even a third grader, wrote this thing, and yeah, I don't know, but I'll wait till I get my signed copy and
you
see what
will
it's
you will
about.
give your own review.
I will give my own. I'll give it a review.
Oh, we've got a correction for you, Steve.
Yeah.
Katie says she's in Indiana and they just started doing daylight savings time a couple of years ago.
Yeah, I do remember a time when they didn't, though. We would go, because I used to drive escort vehicle for mobile home company, and when we'd go to Indiana, half the year it was the same time, and half the year it was a different time because they didn't do it. But that's cool that they started, I guess. I don't know. Yeah, it was crazy. Craziness.
I think they should just get rid of it personally.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, what's it really? What do you really gain from it? Except a little bit, a month of extra daylight, maybe. Basically, not even. It's really not that much of a benefit to it, but I'm sure there's reasons. Something to do with farmers in the 17 or 1800s or something. I don't know.
I just think it's outdated and it needs to go away.
Yeah.
Personally.
Now, over in the UK, do they do it once or twice a year? Just once?
Same as you, spring forward, fall back. You know, it's for farmers, and farmers don't matter anymore. So let's just get rid of it. I'm with Chris on this.
Yes, just split the difference.
All right, we'll do that. We'll split the difference.
Yeah. No more time travel. Every fucking spring and fall. Just fucking stay the same. All the time.
All the time.
All the time.
Well,
I'm good with
it
that.
would simplify life, I suppose.
Huh?
It would simplify life. I mean, like people who have to work tonight. Well, how do they do that? I mean, if you work when my wife works when the time changes, if she's working at that time, in the spring she gains an hour, I think, and in the fall she loses an hour on her pay.
No, that's not the way they did it.
That's the way they do it here.
Well, that's fucking kind of ridiculous. I mean, I remember when I worked third shift, and third shift was the only one that was affected.
Right, third shift would be the only one.
But they just if it was spring ahead, you just work an extra hour.
Right. Now here you just work
beyond the shift that when the shift normally ended, or you'd start a little earlier. I can't remember exactly how we did it, but it you didn't gain an hour or lose an hour in your paycheck.
Well, she works for a state or a county-run nursing home, and they have different rules, and it's also union, so I'm sure it's something that the union negotiated. But it's crazy because one time a year, if you're working, you get an extra hour, and one time a year, you lose an hour in your pay, even though you worked that hour, which to me is bullshit. But luckily, she doesn't work third shift anymore, so don't have to worry about it. Yep.
What's the most useless superpower you can think of? Oh, fuck. I don't know. I don't know if that's from the chat room or just from Richard. He just put it in the chat. So, useless superpower.
Daylight savings times, man.
Yeah, yeah, that guy.
Pretty useless.
Yeah,
that's his only superpower. He can change time, but only twice a year.
That's it. That's all he gets. And the rest of the time, he's fucked. He does nothing.
And it's not really a superpower because, everybody can do that. So you just play with the clock.
Switch their clocks ahead and turn them back.
Pretty simple.
Yeah.
So there's your answer. I did get a question on my, and Richard may need to help me out with this, but from Gabby, she messaged me about moose fucking and wanted to know, moose is the plural of moose, correct?
Yes.
So if someone is to fuck your moose, if you have several moose, does that mean they all get fucked or just one of them?
Yeah, it's a total moose orgy.
Well, that's what I said. I think you fuck them all.
Yeah, you don't stop until every moose is fucked.
Okay. Well, see, I thought we'd be on the same page with that, but she needed that question answered. So I did answer it earlier this week, and moose fucking protocol has been established. Subject to change.
I've been saying that in actual conversations. I'm getting a lot of odd looks.
Yeah, I guess she's trying to get it to be a thing.
I will not rest until it's a thing. It needs to be a thing. People need to say, fuck your moose.
Yeah.
Huh. I don't know why.
Well, because it's a thing.
Why is it a thing?
Because Richard made it a thing.
I don't think that qualifies, Steve.
Well, when everybody
say totes instead of totally, and all the crazy things they say because they're things.
Yeah. So we're trying to make "fuck your moose" a thing.
Okay.
Because it should be.
What the fuck?
Did you not turn off your phone before the show? Is that what I'm getting here?
No, listen to me.
No.
You listen to me. I have a fucking work phone, dickhead.
So put it on vibrate or silent and look at it just like you tell me to do. I forgot to turn my phone off too, by the way.
Jesus fucking Christ.
It's okay, I've rectified that situation. Does that mean you got to go to work?
No.
No. So it wasn't important at all.
No, I don't know. I don't even know why it came through.
Huh. I see.
So, got me, man. Got me.
Work phone. I don't have a work. Well, yeah, I have a work phone. It's the same as my regular phone.
No. See, I have two. I have a work phone.
What are you, the FBI phone. Or something? Where you need an extra phone?
No, they need to be able to contact me when I'm on the road.
Top secret work phone. My uncle was an FBI agent, and he had a second phone, and it was only for work. But if that phone rang, you must either vacate, or he had to vacate the room and be on a private, be private. It's not like that at all.
No.
Oh, well, then what good is it?
It's plenty good, Steve. It's plenty good.
I mean, it would be cooler if it was like a super top secret thing. Not just an ordinary everyday work phone.
Maybe it is a super secret work phone, Steve.
Okay, well, there you go.
But, no, it's just a work phone.
Oh.
I'm not like some,
Why can't they call you on your regular phone?
Because it's my phone, and if they want to, contact me, they gave me a work phone so that they can contact me anytime at work. Because
nice
we're all on the road.
Yeah, it's nice and all, but I don't understand why they can't just. I mean, if you have a phone already, what's the point?
Steve, do you really want all of your work shit coming to your personal phone if you work for a company?
It depends on how many times. It depends on when they call you, I suppose, or whatever. It depends. I don't know. I see it as an inconvenience to carry two phones around.
It is an inconvenience. When I'm on call, I carry three.
What the hell? What's the third one for? Commissioner Gordon?
Nope, that one's the pager phone.
God almighty.
But we need a topic, Steve. The chat room says we need a topic,
phones?
Steve. So
you have two work phones then.
Only when I'm on call.
Jeez. Why don't they call you on the regular work phone?
Because they have a phone set up specifically to receive the pages for the emergency on call, Steve.
They can't just text you? I mean...
No, Steve.
So these emergency pages only go to this particular phone. So whoever has this particular phone is on call.
Yes, when the rotation comes up for you to be on call, you get the pager phone.
I see.
And you carry it around for a week, Monday to Monday.
Huh.
So, you need a topic, Steve.
I don't have a topic.
It's your fault.
I was enjoying the conversation about why you need 6 phones, but probably got a landline too.
No, I don't. Whoa. What the fuck? And
it's not humanly impossible to fuck a moose if you really want to.
We do need a topic, but we're off topic, so
that is our topic. That there is no topic.
Yeah,
we have done this show long enough that we can do a show with no topic once in a while, like every week.
Yeah, well, pretty much.
Even when we have a topic.
Sometimes we have a topic, Steve.
I still think your phone goes to Commissioner Gordon. I really do. Because there's no reason you need a pager phone, even if you're on call.
You don't think I need a pager phone?
No. I think that they should just be, because it's like 90s when they had pagers and shit. So it's kind of like that. Do you actually get a phone call on that, or just like a text message?
No, you can. There's an app that receives the pages from the on-call system, and it's also a phone. It's a fucking iPhone, because that's what we use. It's all iPhones or iPads. We have iPads to do our all of our work orders and shit like that, Steve.
Okay, whatever.
Yeah.
I just don't get it. Where are we going to go if an end hits? What end? I don't get that. I don't understand the question. If the end hits?
Where
if an end of what?
I don't know, Steve.
I'm asking the chat, Swamp Girl in particular, for a little bit of clarification on that question.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't get it. I don't understand. If it's the end, I mean, like the apocalypse, we're probably going to hell. Both Chris and I, and
most definitely,
even Richard. I think if that's the question, I don't know.
That'd be ridiculous. Humans don't get an afterlife.
Okay, whatever.
Okay.
And my name is not Stephen. Don't call me Stephen. Ever.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No, it wasn't you. It was some people call him a moose fucker guy in the chat room.
Some say he's a moose fucker.
See, there you go. I can't do it as good as Richard does. It's Steve.
Just Steve?
So one person in the world's allowed to call me Steven, and you ain't it.
Oh.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, Steve.
And there were 2, and one of them's dead.
Okay, so Swamp Girl has clarified. I'm going to have to just bust in here because it's a little complicated. She basically wants to know where you're going to go if an electromagnetic pulse takes out all the electricity or something like that. What are you going to do in that event?
I'm going to, I don't know, Indiana, I guess, because of the time change thing now that they're doing. I don't know.
What?
I'm trying to come up with a quick, witty answer that didn't work.
Steve.
Stefan? Really?
Oh yeah, most definitely. You got to be
block him from the show.
You got to be Stefan from now on. I'm with Bob.
Where would we go if an electromagnetic pulse took out all the electric? We'd probably go to the store and buy some candles.
Yeah. Or, just take out candles that you have.
Well, yeah. If you didn't prepare for the electromagnetic storm, you would have to go to the store and buy candles. If assuming that the store would still be operational, it'd probably be cash only. So you'd probably have to have cash first, because the ATMs would be down and stuff.
Yeah.
And then I'd go home, and I don't know. I'd go home and take a nap with the candles. Not with the candles, by candlelight. Because it would be weird to sleep with the candles,
Mm. I thought you were going to get us a doomsday prepper, Steve.
I said I could, maybe, perhaps, kind of, sort of, maybe.
Kind of, sort of, maybe.
You didn't seem all that excited about that topic.
I'd fucking do anything, pretty much, Steve.
Well, I'll enter into negotiate. Well, that's really Richard's job, but I'll try to produce or be a producer.
Of the show?
No, not of the show. I'll try to take on that role.
I'm running into the same problem with guests I'm trying to get that I ran into with Mick West. You remember, it's like 8 weeks of trying to get him on the show before he finally came on. They're saying yes, but then they're not responding after that. Really irritating. I had a UFOologist that I was going to introduce to Chris, and we're going to do a UFO show. I haven't heard anything back from him. I assume because he listened to the show.
Yes.
Yeah.
I had a thylacine expert that I was really happy about, but the time difference too dicey there. And
there's a thylacine expert.
Well, the thylacine actually existed, which is more than you can say for most cryptids.
Right. So there could be an expert.
Yeah, as much as
that. You got me there.
And so we're gonna have him, but he can't do Sundays, so he was out, and it's just been bleh. I've been trying to get us a guest.
Okay.
Well, we could always work around the Sunday thing.
Yeah, I'll talk to him and see what day's good.
Yeah. Because I would like to have some guests. I mean, it makes for a decent show usually. It's either a train wreck or the guest is really good. So,
when have we ever had a guest on and it was a train wreck?
Well, yeah, you're right. No, they've all gone fairly well.
They've all gone really well. It's been amazing.
Epistemon was a train wreck only because of his internet connection.
Yeah, and you showed no quarter to him. Poor guy.
I was a nice guy. I asked legitimate questions. I don't think I did anything wrong.
Well, I mean, it was a hostile interview.
But he knew that coming in.
Yeah, he did. He was well aware.
Same with Claudia. She knew that coming in. And I mean, I thought we were fair to both of them.
Well, Claudia knew coming in that we disagreed with what she was doing.
Right, which is the definition, basically, of a hostile environment.
But it wasn't hostile. We didn't make it hostile at all.
And I don't think it was with Epistemon either. Yeah, I asked tough questions, but and so, that show went a little far, I suppose, but it wasn't hostile, in my opinion.
Which one?
The Epistemon show.
Oh, I thought it was. Because we did kind of dress him down.
But it was fun, and he expected it, and he knew it. So, in a way, it was expected to be that way. So it wasn't really that hostile.
But it was a good show.
Yeah, sure. Well, except for
hell, Matt demanded to be on the fucking show.
Yeah, and Matt dressed him down more than I did.
Oh, Matt let into him.
Yeah.
But the whole fucking Johnson thing, I mean, that's been something we've had issue with for a long time.
Day one.
It's not something new. That we've been shitting on that for, God, what, 5 years almost?
Phil says Montana is the last place you can go, and then he uses some name that isn't mine. And it just reminds me of one of my favorite singers out there, Marie Osmond, sang a song about Montana with Dan Seals. It was really good.
Oh.
Meet Me in Montana. It was super good.
Were they doomsday preppers, Steve?
No, they were. Well, she's a Mormon, so.
Yeah. They don't believe in prepping for the doomsday?
Well, I don't know. Do Mormons prep for doomsday?
I don't know many Mormons, Steve. I don't know if I know any Mormons.
Huh.
To be honest with you.
I can't say that I personally know any Mormons, but there are Mormonism started not that far from here, and there was an early Mormon church in this community that I live in, and there's still quite a few here, but I don't know any of them. I've done some work for them when I did construction and stuff, and they have a lot of children usually, lots of children.
Yeah, I stopped after 2.
I think that's how the religion continues, isn't they're all born into it and they keep having so many kids that it looks bigger than it really is.
they just overbloat the numbers.
Well, look how many Osmonds there are. I mean, you can't go to Utah without seeing one. So, just saying.
Well,
uh-oh, we got a developing story.
Oh boy.
What is this developing story, Richard?
Yeah, fucking clue us in here there.
Yeah, I mean, you just keep going. You don't come in with news, hey, stop, hold up, we got a developing story, and then just stop. You got to tell us what this, I mean, at least give us a hint.
Yeah.
Talk about fake news. You guys call me fake news.
I was alerting you. Yeah, fucking thanks.
To a developing story that we have no clue about.
Listen, developing story. Keep going.
That we're not going to tell you about. No story for you.
Yes, no story for you.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe he's just pulling our leg. Is it like, I mean, did somebody get bombed or something? Or is this like a cryptid story? Or is this a important national defense type thing going on?
I couldn't tell you.
I don't know, because we don't know what the story is.
I'm waiting.
He's just telling us to move on, and now we don't get to hear what the story was.
I can't move on, Steve.
Nope. I need to know what the story was. We're gonna have dead air until we hear what the story was. Not really. When I went to college for broadcasting, the one thing they told you is never have dead air. Ever. Ever have dead air.
They frown on that shit, Steve.
No matter how bad you are, keep talking.
That's right. Keep going. Just plow on. That. Oh, fucking almost 5 years of it.
So we don't get to disclose this developing story on the air, apparently.
Yeah, we don't get to do anything.
Well, if it's in the chat room, Richard, there is a replay of the chat room now with YouTube, so everybody will get to see it there. I don't read the chat. I'm not allowed.
Yeah, that's right. You aren't, because it fucking distracts you.
Yep.
Completely. And then the fucking show gets derailed because you're just like constantly trying to answer shit that's going on in the chat room, and it just doesn't work.
So I don't get to watch the chat room.
But we need some topics, Dave. We need to.
Well, we had a developing story that didn't.
We need to buck up, Steve. Get some fucking topics, or some guests, and fucking rock this shit out.
Well, I mean, we can only Oh, we're not allowed to talk about it, apparently. Okay.
You're not allowed to talk about what?
I don't know. Whatever the topic was, whatever the developing story was. It's one of those secret developing stories that nobody ever gets to know about. You know, like when the big reveal, and then it's like there's never a reveal.
Well, fuck this, Steve. Do you get any news?
Yeah, I got some news.
All right.
Makes us hang there.
And then he's right on for the fucking news.
Makes us hang there for this developing story that never developed. And then, like, as if nothing happened, he's right there for the news cue.
Yeah.
I like it.
I'll tell you after the show. All right.
All right.
Well, then don't do that to us again. Wait a few minutes before the story develops so that we don't get to, make assholes out of ourselves.
Well, yeah. Sorry. My bad.
Yeah, really. Alien hunters, this is from the New York Post. Alien hunters think they found a UFO on Google Maps. Geez, again?
What a UFO?
On Google Maps.
In flight?
Oh, well, I don't know. I haven't read the story yet. There is a TV show. I don't know if it's in reruns now or if it's a current show, but I was watching it on, I believe, Netflix the other day. That basically is a whole show about things they find on satellite images. It was actually pretty good. I fell asleep, but it was good.
I mean, for the record, they did find that Mayan city.
Yeah, that was one of the things they featured in that show, so that was pretty cool.
Yeah.
Oh. Okay. Ooh, I see a picture. I see like Jesus in the clouds. True believers are out over the moon about a gray spherical orb spotted on a Google Earth image from upstate New York. Well, that's not too far. Proof positive, they claim, that aliens paid a visit to the region last week, I think it says. Or not last week. I'm just making shit up. The images were posted this week in a YouTube video titled, oh boy, here we go.
Fake News Steve is brought to you by Fake News.
Sphere UFO found on Google Earth map was the title of the video. And it was published by the user UFO Mania. Totally legit. The truth is out there. According to the short clip, which has been viewed by more than 28,000 YouTubers, the mysterious sphere was spotted on the edge of Lake George. Many past UFO reports described round sphere UFOs, and it does seem to be the most common shape of a UFO around the world. A female robotic, oh great, it's one of those kind of videos that has a robotic voice narrating it. Yeah, that's legit. It's legit. The coordinates
those are the best.
The coordinates given in the YouTube video do not match the actual location shown on Google Earth. And according to the clip, the orb was spotted near Shelving Rock Mountains, but Google Earth shows it as being at Black Mountain. So, yeah. Many slammed the post as fake alien news. See, somebody else can do fake news. This is clearly fake, commenter Trast Veriker.
Can't do it with your panache, though, or your ability to mispronounce basic things.
Other comments pointed out that the sphere looked identical to Google's Photosphere logo, which it does. Dumbass is out there. This is actually in the story. I'm not making that part up. Dumbass is out there. That's a Google Photoshop logo or Photosphere logo. Google it. YouTube user Krishna Kashul Pedrandu. I butchered that, commented. And I like that guy because he was right. So, yeah, fake news. Thanks, Richard.
Round UFO.
Why is the New York Post
triangular UFO hole?
That? Why is the New York Post putting stories like that on their website?
I don't know. I thought they were a reputable news source.
I thought so too. Now, speaking of a reputable news source, Paranormal Herald World News Today by Paranormal Herald Magazine.wordpress.com.
Oh, dear Jesus.
Story is
more bullshit.
Yeah. Thank you, Richard. Ryan Buell, this story is about. He says now that he's 9 months sober or 9 months clean, that people should give him some money. Of course, over the course of many months, fans desperately seeking. Why am I even reading this shit?
Because it's a Fortean about a con man who was,
But it's written by a douchebag.
Yeah, but it's funny listening to you pronounce his really, really bad grammar because people think you're fucking it up, but that's actually how the story's written.
Well, that's how they're all written. I'm reading them just the way they're written every time. Over the course of many months, fans desperately seeking to get their own refunds back from prior tours and events. Ryan, is it Buell? Is that how you pronounce his name? Had received ticket sales. What the hell? Doesn't even say sales right. From had still not gotten their money back. Instead, it was believed that Buell's rich lifestyle had gotten their money. This is written so bad. A lifestyle that was later proven to be a drug habit. Buell was
blame Chris. Evan asked him to write articles for him.
You should have done it, Chris. It would have been better than this.
I'm good.
I think a third grader, Ryan, should write for Evan.
Yeah, actually, yeah. I'll ask Redding if he wants the job. He's written a book.
He's an author.
Yeah,
Buell was later checked into a rehab facility where he allegedly underwent therapy while being in-housed in the program. I have no idea what that means. In Ryan Buell's own blog, in January 26, Buell speaks out about his 9-month ceremony regarding his drug use and I'm done. I cannot read this guy's writing. It's horrible.
Well, you lasted longer than I thought you would, so
I can't do it.
This is me giving you a round of applause.
I always forget this guy's website. And every time you spring a story on me, I forget that it was him until you bring it up.
I know, it's brilliant.
Yeah. But anyway, apparently dude's clean now, allegedly, and wants your money so he can do more drugs or something. I don't know what he does. Allegedly.
That's great.
I made sure to put allegedly in there, Chris, because I know how you feel about that. EDP24.co.uk. I'd never, Eastern Daily Press, never heard of this one. Group found with ghost busting equipment in Norfolk Village. Is that against the law?
You're not allowed to be a Ghostbuster, Steve.
In Norfolk Village.
Don't the story.
Don't you remember what happened in New York? They blew up the Stay Puft Marshmallow Man, Steve. It was everywhere.
We just watched that yesterday, by the way. Forgot how stupid it really was. But I fell asleep during most of it, but I did wake up to see the destruction of the Stay Puft Marshmallow Man. Yes.
How stupid it was. How dare you?
I mean, it was revolutionary for its time.
Say what you want about the sequel, but don't you dare talk about the first one like that.
We haven't watched the sequel yet. My wife is she hasn't never seen the sequel, and I don't think I have either.
Yeah, don't. Just don't.
Yeah, don't even bother.
Yeah, we might, just for fun. A group of 12 or so people came up with an unusual story after they were stopped by police. They were out hunting ghosts. See, now this is nicely written. A member of the group, no Evan crap. A member of the group was found to be in possession of a number of pieces of apparent ghost hunting paraphernalia, including a chair leg, metal pipe, and what looks like a short samurai-style sword in its scabbard.
Huh?
Yeah, that's apparently
that's what the ghost hunting tools.
They were taking that shit seriously.
Yeah, they were going to whoop that ghost's ass.
I guess.
PC John Parker reported on Twitter that the group was stopped in mid-Norfolk Village of West. I'm going to butcher these names. Ryanham and Fakenfankum overnight between Wednesday, March 7th and Tuesday, March 8th. PC Parker said, call to a report.
I just can't even.
What, Farkenham? Is that how that's said? Fakenham? It's Fakenham. Fakenham. That's what I'm going to call it. Anyway, there was a dozen people acting suspiciously, so there was a police call. They claimed to have been ghost hunting. Vehicles and persons all stopped and searched. The owner of these items now has a few questions to answer. PC Parker said the owner of the suspicious items was not present and did not live in Norfolk. He said those inquiries will be passed to the relevant force to take up. Probably a supernatural force. It was on the Kipton's estate, which is the old military housing, which is on the former RAF base. And that's it. I guess they had ghost hunting equipment and they got busted. I mean, what's wrong with that? I mean, they had a saw and shit, like. Yeah, and a vise. Oh, and a wrench, I see. And a table leg and a bat. Nothing wrong with that. That's what you hunt ghosts with, right?
I guess. I don't know.
It's what I take on all my ghost hunts.
I've never been ghost hunting, Steve.
What do they call it over there? A spanner. That's what they had. A spanner.
Okay.
I was going to read more stories, but since he gave me one of Evan's stories, I'm done. So that is the news.
You piece of shit.
What, was there a story you wanted me to read, Richard?
Yes,
I didn't.
read the last story.
I'd have to go find it now.
Oh, fuck. Unprofessional show out there, the Fortean Slip.
We've been called unprofessional since day frickin' one.
With good reason.
We suck.
For real.
We suck.
Day one. By a person who no longer does a podcast, but whatever, and never really did.
Yeah, I don't know exactly what he did.
To bitch and whine on Facebook all the time about not having no friends and stuff. Pretty much. Still does, by the way.
Oh.
That's
awesome, I guess.
I often see his posts about how he's so depressed.
That
shit.
This is fucking riveting, Steve. You looking for a news story?
Oh, yeah. I don't want any dead air.
Let's just call it right there. Da, 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 da.
Alien hunters.
We
think
suck.
They found a UFO. See, that was the last story. It was the Google Earth one.
I hate you.
Richard.
I wanted you to read the Tasmanian one.
Well, I'll read it some other time when it's not news anymore. Because you like to give me old news stories too.
They were all from March.
Yeah, well, this one was, you're getting better. Puts his own news stories in there though, like things that he likes, like Tasmanian tigers and shit.
Yeah,
it's kind of like what I did with the chupacabra stories all those years.
What do you want for nothing, Steve?
Yeah, I know. No talent.
Yeah, that's pretty much what it is.
Yeah,
the whole show.
Yep. This was a shit show.
It was. I expected it to be completely. I don't have no direction tonight at all.
We don't need direction all the time. We are professionals. We've been doing this for what, 5 years, 4 years now? We know what we're doing.
I don't know if that counts as being professional, Steve.
Well, no, we're
yeah, I'd call that stubborn more than professional.
Experience. We've got the experience to be able to do a show like this and totally bomb, but people still watch it.
I'd call it lazy, Steve.
Yeah, that too.
Absolutely lazy. Not. This has been the Fortean Slip, episode 16. Let's go crazy, which I pretty much did. If you like this shit, hit the little thumbs up button. If you don't, hit the little thumbs down button. Leave a comment, subscribe. Check out Richard's comic strip, Bigfootin' with Keith and Colin on Facebook. Check out Matt Knapp at youtube.com/bigfootcrossroads. And as always, check out Dred Funn at dredfunn.com and youtube.com/Dred Funn. And check out Steve at Fake News Steve and Steve Sucks.
.com.
Also go to
I don't think you got the
Breakfast Club.
Yes.
No.
Yes. Go check out the Resellers Breakfast Club, Steve's other show that he does twice a week because he's more dedicated to it.
And I've never mentioned this show on that one. But I will someday when I'm more comfortable.
I doubt it.
Not going to happen.
See ya.